Beautiful
What
people.
it do?
What it do?
What it do? What it do? Missed
Hello.
y'all last week, but it's your country boy,
And your city girl,
Eric
Andy Lane.
of E Square.
Yes.
Yes, we are back
We're back.
with our Heal Thy Relationship series.
Hmm.
I don't know why I call it a series because it's going to be ongoing.
It's just
We just going
continual.
to continue to give some tips and tools, and as we get, let me
Yes.
see here. Hold on a minute. All
Insights.
right, somebody said something.
There's no sound.
There's no sound on Facebook.
Okay. Oh, they said
Mm.
never mind. There it goes. Okay.
All right, all right. Put a one in the
Hello,
chat if you can hear me well.
Dawn. Hey, Dawn. And K Spirit. Hey, beautiful
Yes, yes.
people.
What's up,
Dawn
Don?
says she can hear. Thank you,
Yes,
sis.
yes.
Yes. Good, good,
All right,
good.
all right, all right.
Yes, we are
Yeah.
back.
Hey,
We are
you
back.
know what? And two, I want to give some shout outs. We want to shout out Oxa and Reggie. They've been
Yes.
representing.
Woo.
Uh, they've been representing like nobody's business.
All over. What
If
we've
they don't
had,
make it on tonight, somebody share it with them.
but and you know what, we've had uh several wonderful supporters that were really really rocking the
The
shirts
gear,
and all that, because that's
yes,
the reason why we were out. Of course, we were Pesach and
yes,
Passover, right? And
yes.
so we've just enjoyed that
Last week, yeah,
unleavened
that
bread.
was
And
last week. We fellowship with a brother and
yes,
his family. Brother Mark,
yes,
shout out to Brother Mark. Shout out to the Biles family
yes.
and Ema.
Emma, Sharon,
Uh
and
huh.
Elder. We just had a blast. It's
Yes, yes,
always a tremendous blessing
yes. It is.
to be around like-minded people. But we
Hands
are with
down.
our other family that's here
Yes,
with
yes, yes.
us
Right now, right
right now.
now.
Thank y'all, family.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, it's good to be
Yes,
back.
yes,
So that's
yes.
what we've been up to. And y'all, how many of y'all ready to see Vernon again?
Wow. Oh, hey.
Y'all know Verna
Ooh.
is, listen, I was ready to take a rest from Verna a little bit, but I'm missing Verna. Anybody else missing Verna?
Hey, yes, yes. I miss Verna.
So
I miss
Verna
Verna.
will be back, but we've been handling
Verna.
quite a few projects around here.
Yes, yes, yes,
But yes, Verna will be back. I'm ready for Verna. It's spring,
yes.
so we'll get Verna back into bloom,
Hands
into bloom.
down, hands down. Shout out
Chris
to
said
my
he hear
yes,
us.
my brother from another mother,
Yes.
Chris, and his lovely rib.
Mm-hmm. That's
The
my
cuter,
sister.
the cuter side of him.
Right. That's right. Oh, but
But
Chris know that. He know that.
yeah, yeah. We think alike. Great minds think alike. I'm trying to straighten
Yes.
us up a little. Look like my
We
side.
look
Look like
crooked.
yeah. Look like my side is a little. There we go.
Your side is a little what?
Like I was holding the couch
It's
down
a
a little
little
bit. We
different.
changing up the whole look a little bit, y'all. Um,
Trying to do a little something,
yes,
something.
yes, yes,
I'm over here reaching
yes.
because before we get started too far, we want y'all to do like we do. Y'all know what
Get your
time it is.
beverage.
Go ahead and get you a nice little something to drink because it's evening time and we're winding down. So we're going to, of course,
Yes.
invite you to join us. Get you a nice beverage to drink. And don't ask what's
Beverage.
in these glasses.
Hmm.
Grown folk.
Hmm.
But it's beautiful to be back.
Yes, it's beautiful to be back, and especially talking about what we're about to talk about, dealing with
Yes.
what we're about to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
right, right,
so
right.
so what are we dealing with? Because tonight we've got a lot. I mean, it's been a whole lot going on, right?
Yes,
Have y'all noticed that it's just
it's
like, things are ramping up in so many ways.
we have to change. We have to change the formatting because healed our relationship. Tell me what y'all think in the chat. We do so. The Heal Thy Relationship is basically giving, addressing certain things that people are facing. We don't want to just come up with stuff just to be telling y'all. Share with us.
Yeah.
Also, if you haven't hit that like button, go on, hit that like button. And if you hadn't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. If we not friends on Facebook, become a friend. Understand? Yes. And if you haven't visited ericannylane.com, do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor and visit ericannylane.com.
Yes.
Understand?
Always glad to have
yes.
you. Always glad to have
Always glad.
Yes. Hey, family.
Hands
come
down.
on in. Come on in.
Yes. Yes.
So listen, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what time it is. Go ahead. Y'all are here, but we want to just share this. We want to make sure that this gets out to others, right? Who you know needs. Who you know need homeschool educator. But anyway, but who need actually relationship tips and strategies, right? Because it's a lot going
Somebody we
on.
love.
Yeah, and so make sure that you share this, right? And tag somebody, wake somebody up. Yeah, tell them to get up and then go back to bed once we are done.
Hands down.
But we want people to really, of course, be able to share in the conversation.
Yes.
And the dialogue.
Hands down. So what our topic is destructive behaviors. All right. We're going to go through the next several weeks. We're going to go through destructive behaviors, talking about those destructive behaviors.
Yes.
Hey, Olivia.
I was just about to call her.
Yes, Olivia. Y'all outside?
Shalom. Beautiful.
Shalom.
Yes.
Yeah, I put it on the spot.
Yes, they were rocking their shirts too.
They did. They represent yourself. I sent them a message in what you call it? Hey, there's Erica Alexander.
I see Erica.
Yes. What's up, Magnificent?
I owe you a call, Erica.
Ooh. You heard it live, America.
She
America,
knows.
you heard it live. All right. So we're gonna go through these destructive behaviors so you could identify when you are experiencing that particular destructive behavior, or when you are using that particular destructive behavior.
Yeah, so there are several destructive behaviors.
Yes.
But we're not gonna go over
all 10 most. So we're gonna go over Elaine's we're gonna go over all right. We're gonna go over martyrdom next week. All right. So
are you saying that that's mine?
I'm saying that we're going to go over that next week.
All right. Okay. So tonight we're going over Eric's. We're going over many men have this tendency. And so this destructive behavior is a lot of times evident in most men.
Oh, my. That sounds like...
But no, that sounds like
a whole lot of generalization.
It sounds like we throwing each other under the bus.
So I tell you what. So on that, the first one is we want to know what is stonewalling. Let's define stonewalling. Can somebody in the chat tell me what is stonewalling?
And define it, because we're going to look at it from different ways. But we do have to first know what it is.
Yes.
Right.
I want folks to know, we need to know what stonewalling actually is. Let me see. We got any answers in the chat? Y'all's moving slow tonight.
Oh, stonewalling. Have y'all ever experienced stonewalling in your relationship? And kind of go off of what actually it sounds like. Oh, thank you. There. Okay, so Erica.
We say the silent treatment.
Give me the silent treatment.
Okay. Silent treatment.
On, sis.
What does that feel? Is that something that you do, or something that you've experienced?
Erica, you do not have to answer that. You do not have to answer that.
We're just trying to see what the stonewalling is. If what we utilize.
No, but I like that though, because really Eric and I are laughing. Y'all know we're gonna pick on each other, right? But being self-aware is a huge part of growth in your relationship. And so when you're able to self-identify, with where you are and certain behaviors that you have. And so, yes, thank you, Erica. That is a great, that's a part of it,
That's a
because
start.
that's a start.
We're gonna talk about it.
And then we
if
have
there's a difference
ignoring your partner, Angela.
during a
Angel,
conflict.
Ignore your partner during a conflict. Let me put these on.
Yeah, dude, that's a good thing. Okay, so we got a person self-disclosing. I did it many times. Yes.
All right, Mr. Perry.
All right. Where at?
I thought that was.
That's Warren.
I thought that was.
That's my man
Mr.
right
Perry
there.
saying that. Okay, that was
That
Angel.
brother is prophetic.
All
right
right,
there.
all
yeah.
right, Mr. Perry.
Bless you
Welcome.
too, and you and yours, sir.
Yes.
I'm glad to have you in here tonight, and I love to get your input. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Olivia, come on with it. She say avoiding conflict. That's right.
Avoiding conflict. Y'all are on it. Y'all are on it.
Shout out to the beautiful, the most excellent Brenda
Hey,
Mama.
Mama.
What's up, lovely?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Perry said you are such world changers.
Listen,
We'll
brother, I'll take
that.
hey.
We appreciate
That is humbling.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And a daunting
we are
word there.
We all are together. We are
We're gonna do it
created
together. I'm trying. That was a pastor that told me, he say, I'm just trying to give the Lord a good day. Changed my life.
Yeah.
Just that one statement.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you do that?
Give him a good day.
Give him a good day. I was 20 years old. It was just like, man, how do I give him a good day?
That made you think.
Anyway, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Made me think. So avoiding conflict. All right.
Okay, hold on. We had one more. K Spirit said you hit a wall to conclusions to having bad behavior. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right. Let's expound on that. You hit a wall to conclusions. Yeah. So you don't come to a conclusion. You're saying, right? You're saying you don't come to a conclusion on a matter. You want to bring closure to a matter, but you can't. Your wife continues to put the ketchup in the pantry rather than the refrigerator, right? I use those small things. I use those small things just to give an illustration, babe. It's just an illustration.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
It's only an illustration.
Yes, it's only an illustration.
Yes.
He'll
pay for it. No, yes. but listen, and I like, because even Erica mentioned silent treatment, right? And so, is stonewalling and silent treatment, are they the same? Or are they different?
So you getting into my next.
Okay, I'm going. Okay.
You're going to first. Okay, so we got some answers. Let's go ahead and go over what stonewalling is.
All right. So stonewalling, of course, is, victimizing yourself, but it's also giving your spouse, right? Giving them like a, it has to do with the silent treatment, but it's basically looking at it from the standpoint that you create this wall. And many times when you're flooded, right, emotions are high. And so it's a defense mechanism. And so stonewalling is just that. It's putting a wall up, and we call it shutting down.
Yeah.
Simply put, like when a person shuts down and they don't know what else to do or say because their body is flooded with emotions, those negative emotions.
Now, is it? But then too. Okay, I confess. My name is Eric Johnson, and I am a recovering stonewaller.
And I present to you.
Do you need to? Does there need to be a presentation? I just confess. I just came on with the come on, right? So look,
listen.
Now I learned. And we're gonna talk about the little fine line that's there. Okay. When I learned how to do this back when I was a kid, how to stonewall? Well, I don't know if that was exactly stonewalling what I did. Well, let me explain what I did. Okay. So me and my sister, not my oldest sister, my sister Regina, we would fight about something, whether it be washing dishes. Sometimes we will make a deal. You feed the animals, I'll wash your dishes.
Okay.
Well, I would go feed the animals, and my dishes didn't get washed. So I'm addressing her on it and everything, and she would rile me up. We get riled up, and so we riled up and everything. And I remember this one day, I realized I'm gonna say what I'm gonna have to say, and I'm gonna walk away. I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else for you.
Okay.
And it brought peace to me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? I see we going round and round on this. I'm gonna walk away.
So was it a coping mechanism?
Yeah, it was basically.
That's
It was. And then that was a little bit of a reward because that made her even mad. Oh, she'd be she'd be big mad.
Okay.
Oh, she'd be big mad.
So you were also pushing buttons
So
at the same time.
Well, I that was a byproduct of the button. I mean, of
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I didn't know that's. I mean, I'm like 11, 12 years old when I recognized, hey, I can do this.
Right. And but you know what? Many times it is a cope, or it can be birthed from a coping mechanism, right? And many of our destructive behaviors are birthed from just trying to cope with the situation,
right?
Or
if even think about some things that didn't start with us. If you look at how did you see? Well, one disadvantage, one of the disadvantages of a single parent household is that you don't get to see the interaction between parents.
Yeah.
You don't get to see apologies being made. Yeah. You don't get to see an argument that was resolved or whatever. Forgiveness being exemplified. Now it might be from the parent to you, but that's regular, And man, my mama apologized to me before. Yeah, she apologized.
She is in the room, so don't get yourself in trouble.
Oh yeah, she's most excellent, most wonderful.
That's how you do that. That's how you do that. But you know what? No, but I think you're right, because I remember, y'all know my story. Where am I from? Third Ward, on the good side, next door to the washateria, right? And so remembering mama and daddy fighting, I do remember where, things were chaotic before we went to bed. It was glass, on the floor. It was plates, broken plates. And really, y'all see this? And so, that was what we saw, when it happened, and it wouldn't be that often, but when it would happen,
it was explosive.
It was explosive. Exactly.
It was dangerous.
And so you have anything else to add? Tell us how you really feel. But you're right, though. I never remember them repairing. We went to bed. My sisters, I remember them sweeping up glass. And then we went to bed, and the next morning, it was another day. So we never saw what else happened. Like when you wake up and you have this little timidity, this little, you want to just tiptoe because you're like, is this, what is it like out there? On the other side of the door, but we never, if we don't ever see healing take place.
Right. We don't know.
We don't know how.
So some of these behaviors can come from, where you come from.
Absolutely.
Right. So look, this is the deal on Stonewalling. This is during a conflict, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you a couple of things. A decrease of the ability to process information, reduce hearing, even your peripheral vision. That must be what happened when you threw that stuff. Anyway, I saw it coming. All right. Problems with shifting attention away from.
I'm gonna let you have.
From a defensive posture, right?
Okay.
You just at first you was in it,
yeah,
and then you it's all good.
Right. Okay. Okay.
whatever.
And then you begin to ignore one another,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or especially the one who's the stonewaller,
Mm-hmm.
right? You begin to ignore. So shut down, ignore, pretend that the person is invisible.
So basically, you're not trying to problem solve.
Mm,
You're not trying to understand the other person's position.
right.
You dig your feet in into your position.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You are you're on defense mode. It's not offensive. Y'all
Mm,
trying to score and get it, get
yeah.
it right.
No
None of that.
connection. Yeah.
No
No
connection.
connection.
No footsies when y'all go to bed.
Mm.
No footsies. And you know when there's no footsies, you know. Let's
Usually.
see here. Oh, we got some comment. All right. Stonewall talk in that situation, sweeping glass is not being able to speak on it.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Olivia, you're right. So, when we are flooded, with emotions, in which my parents obviously were, and, there are no words. And many times, if we're not given information on how to deal with, like how to, we're going to talk about that, like what are ways that we can deal with this destructive behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are answers, and so when we're not equipped, we just don't have the words. And so it's just like, we see our children, and when they're small, when they're little toddlers and everything, hopefully they're not still doing it when they're 12 and 13 or what have you. But when they don't have the words, right, but they know how they feel, and they can express themselves. And so yes, they begin to again exemplify behaviors that are destructive, and which will cause you know some belts to be pulled out and such. But switches from old school,
Especially, yeah.
you don't see switches. Do y'all ever see switch trees?
No,
What
the
are the
last time somebody used a switch, he was all in the news and everything.
Okay, all right.
The football player.
Oh
He's
wow.
being a real dad. And anyway, I'm not gonna get on my soapbox, on my
Yes.
fatherhood soapbox.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
We
so
have Angel said stonewalling was she said was my coping mechanism dealing with with a narcissistic partner. Mm. Seemed like the only way to get relief.
ooh, speak on that.
Come on, that's helping. That's helping somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
Only way to
So
get some relief.
yeah, yeah. So you just felt like, let me just shut down. Let me just again pretend that this ain't even happening. So I get that. And so again, we're looking at, okay, is that the silent treatment though? So stonewalling and the silent treatment, are they different, or are they the same?
Let's talk
What
about
do you think?
how do you think stonewalling, since we've given the definition on stonewalling,
Hmm.
when you're being flooded, you're not really listening, you're not even problem solving. It sounds like silent treatment.
Yeah.
It sounds like now stonewalling could be just in that moment,
Hmm.
right? It sounds like it could be in that moment, but the silent treatment can go on
For
for
days.
days.
Wait a minute. Do I stonewall too? Hmm.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's call it processing. Let's
Oh,
call it processing because I already know with my wife 72 hours.
okay.
70. Now, you know what I have to say? You're getting
And
better. You're getting
thank
better. We may
you.
be at 56, right?
56 hours.
56 hours right now. It's not 48. It's not. It's like
Okay.
56. I don't know, and it depends on the day of the week.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, if
Oh,
we going into Friday preparation day, then maybe you come out of it a little bit.
anyway, so Erica and Angela both say that they believe that they're different.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
We love to hear y'all, express, give us more on that. But thank you, because that, I tend to think, much like y'all, I think that they are They're different. But I think sometimes they can definitely look the
They can
same.
be partners.
They
Yeah,
can be definite partners.
partners.
There we go. There we go. And they can look like twinsies. You know, okay, Olivia says the silent treatment is stonewalling, but it can be the result of just watching. Ooh, what is that? Watching really working. Hold on.
Let's see.
This of just wanting relief. Not communicating as necessary is the bottom line.
So,
Good point. Yes.
and that's could it be also not so much an aggressive? It could be passive aggressive to where it's almost made like, maybe it's made like, okay, I know I'm not gonna get anywhere with you, and I'm tired of dealing with this,
Right.
so I'm just gonna concede
Right.
or whatnot.
Right.
I'm stonewalling, but I'm really conceding and letting you kind of people pleasing.
I see.
Would it be somewhat like some people pleasing?
Well, I don't know if it's people pleasing, because sometimes we do have to determine, right? Uh, what do we say? Battle chosen, right?
Yeah, that's something that's one of our safe words.
Yeah.
Battle chosen.
Battle
If it don't
chosen.
mean that much to me, it's nothing for us to be fighting about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, today you made Velveeta shells and cheese. Okay, my mama raised me on Kraft mac and cheese. Okay, battle chosen.
So I need you to confirm to America right now, which is better. I'm teasing. But yeah, so those are very good points. Angel said trying to keep it from getting worse. And then K Spirit says, my father is not healing because he comes with a stone-wall with me, not taking care of his actions. He points fingers at my mom, and it's always it's her fault or my fault taking me away from him. Thank you for sharing, K Spirit. Thank you for that.
And so it can happen in all relationships,
Absolutely.
in different relationships.
Yes.
Silent treatment is a mechanism against someone. Yes. But stonewalling sounds like it's self-defense or preservation.
Yes.
Okay, so
Come on.
I ain't even gotta present my materials.
Y'all got it.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. And this is, again, we want to think of it in terms of, because there are certain times when, of course, we know that taking breaks is necessary, right? And so when you're not able to come to an agreement, you're able to say, hey, a healthy way to deal with it is to, literally say, I need this time. I need a moment.
Okay.
And so, but again, you're right. Okay. Stonewalling, it looks similar to the silent treatment, but again, it's the motive, right, behind which, but they can both definitely destroy the relationship, because I think the bottom line here, and I think that's what Olivia was kind of referencing to, the connection is what, y'all, and it's always that C word. What is that C word? Can somebody type it in the chat? What is the C word? Anybody?
Yes. I don't have the chat up.
He don't have the chat up.
You gonna come for me?
No, you came. Okay.
Both are unhealthy.
Both are unhealthy. Yes. But anybody, what's that C word? There we go. Angel, yes. So a bottom line is, it keeps us and prevents us from making that connection through communication.
That's right, Mama. Homemade is better.
Mama said homemade is better.
The mac and cheese.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, Mama. And yours is always the best ever.
Oh, you trying to get you some dressing.
Hey, I love that relationship right there. But yeah, so we want to look at the thing that it really keeps us from is being able to communicate.
Hands down.
And because communication is one of the foundational elements to our success and having a healthy relationship. And that's what we're all after.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
Shout out John Nash. So look,
John, hey,
So-
Mr. Nash.
just as Elaine was just sharing just now about how to cope. So let's look at how to cope with Stonewall. Now, this has a lot to do with self-care, self-awareness,
Yes.
paying attention to yourself.
Absolutely.
The good book talks about, you being able to, better is the man who can control his spirit than he that can take the city, right? Speaking on anger and whatnot. So that was one of the things as a young man. I mean, I had a temper. I found out later in life by by my great uncle, rest in peace, Uncle Richard. He shared with me, again, it was late in life. He said, as we Johnsons, we'll take a lot off of you. But when I didn't even know this was I was using this term. I shared this with people.
Yeah.
That there is no off switch. The only thing that brings us off of that, my dad used to call it having blood in our eyes.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
you woke up with blood in your eyes. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
and whatnot. So the only way to bring us off when we're upset and everything is time. Yeah. So understanding yourself, understanding your triggers, being aware of your current circumstance is gonna be key. If you get flooded, one of the things, a simple question: why am I feeling this way? Stepping out of the moment.
Yeah.
And ask why. Now that sounds good. That sounds really easy or whatever. But when you are really in the moment, what do you like to do? What is self-care for you? Somebody share with me some self-care or self-soothing that you do for yourself.
Yeah, and so like Eric, alluded to with me earlier, so I am a little familiar with this topic as well. And if you are any of my ladies in the room, I'm always speaking to my sisters. If y'all, we know that this is mainly a problem for men, though.
How do we know?
However, I mean, statistics, studies. Listen, there I can pull up the records. But anyway, I'm not going to be messy because But I will say, that there is. You have to, like what you're saying, being self-aware, right? And what things are you putting in place, right? And so for me, it's much like you, like we're so much alike, in the same way that we kind of grew up. And so what my escape or my coping when different things happened was also for me was music. Like I love music.
I dare anybody to put some lyrics to a Winans song.
Listen.
This sister, I bet not ever be on a game show and they bring up some Winans
against me.
Yeah, I tried.
You will lose, right?
I tried. I went through their catalog and tried to find a song that she didn't know.
I mean, but that was what I did to self-soothe, right? And so yes, and so it's Molly music, it's the Winans, Commission. I mean, Fred Hammond, all those different artists, right? That deal with real issues, right?
Real
and
life.
with the emotions that we feel, and they speak from that. And so that for me was one of the things that helped me. And so it's also my way of really not allowing you to take me there, right? And so we have to realize that we have the power, right? You are in the power seat as an individual when you are facing different situations. It's okay. I am in control of my feelings, and my feelings are not in control of me. Now, it's easy to say, but when we put it into practice, it's just like a muscle. Anything else, we use that muscle, and you continue to use it, and before you know it, it's just second nature, right? And so, but breathing, right? Taking deep breaths.
So, Angel said that she is dancing to music for her.
Yes.
And
that's a
just
good one.
say taking deep breaths and journaling.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, K Spirit.
Y'all,
Oh,
thank you
okay.
for letting me share my
Yes,
testimony.
yes.
Absolutely. Thank you
Hands
for
down.
sharing. Absolutely.
Hands down.
And stay tuned because we've got some other things coming up, and so we want you to be involved, and we can
Yes.
use your input.
Hands down.
Is that my cousin,
That is
the Tony? That is the Smith.
the one and the only.
Yes.
She said, "All I want to do is just explain."
Just okay.
Look, hold on.
Can you just
Lisa,
listen?
listen,
Right,
Lisa,
right.
listen.
Come on, Tony, keep it real. That's right. And we all do it, right? We all are faced with it. And so I think it's a level
Hands up.
of with us with how when we're bombarded or what have you, and we're caught off guard, because think about it too. Stonewalling comes from, what is it? That's the fight or flight,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or freeze, right?
Mhm.
Either you're gonna, it's just natural instincts when we don't know what to do, when we don't know what to say. But of course, Tony says she know what to say.
Right,
She just want to say it,
right.
and she wants somebody to listen.
Yeah,
But absolutely, but we have to, realize that those are some of the things that our body is just naturally
that's
reacting.
right. Donna say crafting for her.
Yes.
Getting to work with her hands.
Yes, and she is amazing. That's that one right there. Will
Yes.
do some amazing stuff with
Yes.
creations with her hands. Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
is awesome. And look, so what is your deal?
What is my
what do you
deal?
do to self-soothe?
Well, I said music,
Music?
music, and prayer,
Yeah.
and prayer, and prayer. No, but yeah, music is huge for me. I will go to music and prayer.
So we have
first.
So we have when
What do you?
when I'm stonewalling, we have M&Ms. So
M&Ms.
it's music for you.
Okay.
It's the motorcycle for me.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I ain't even gotta go nowhere for real.
Hmm.
I'll go round 610. Just round 610.
And come right back.
Come back,
Yeah.
and just make that little loop.
Yeah.
And I, cleared my head. Now I'm in a space. During that time, taking that time to realize my partner is not my enemy.
Absolutely.
My child is not my enemy.
Yeah. My parent.
My parent is not my enemy.
It's not my enemy. Yeah.
Whatever the situation is, it doesn't have control. And then too, just taking the time to see why I'm flooded.
Mm-hmm. And recognizing what it feels like when you are being flooded, right? Because that's something that we've not ever really been taught a lot, is the word flooding from our culture.
Well, let's explain that.
And so, okay.
Go ahead.
So, flooding, I mean, pretty much I've been speaking on it already. It's like when you're feeling out of control, right? And you're either feeling like you have no real understanding of how to deal with the situation.
Well, what's happening?
And so
with
your body responds in different ways, and that's what I was getting at. Like, so many times you have to recognize what your body feels like when you're flooded. So again, when you are faced with a situation, and y'all know how it is, you know when you're nervous or you feel sweaty palms, or some of us get like in our throat,
a frog in the throat,
right, or in the pit of our stomach, right. Those are just signs.
Butterflies, you got honeybees in the stomach.
Okay, honeybees or butterflies. But yeah, so it's recognizing what happens to your body so that you can become aware.
One, your heart rate goes up.
Yes.
Yes. Your heart rate goes up, and for some people, they get that twitching eye. So you see somebody twitching, you better leave them alone because they're flooded. I'm joking, but yeah.
Tony says yes.
Yeah, you feel, you can tell yourself. You just pay attention to yourself when you come into different situations. It could be an employee. It don't have to be the your intimate partner or whatever. It could be at work.
Absolutely, it's any relationship.
Yeah,
it's any.
Reynard can really get on your on your nerves
Raynard.
sometimes. Raynard always, he don't staple the package right. He stapled the packets where it's easily ripped. See, you got to staple your packets to where it's Cali corner.
Cali.
I said it like you.
Okay.
I just will just share meaning. Cali corner.
Okay.
Cali corner. You don't staple straight up and down because it doesn't go with the way that the page is gonna go.
Okay, you sound like there's a ministry to that.
I'm just saying, Raynard don't staple like he's supposed to, and it just gets under you. And I'm joking, but it's a small something. Now I am saying I do like for my staples to be Cali cornered then straight up and down because page rips and everything, and then anyway, it doesn't store very well. All that anyway. So so those things, it could be some small stuff to just kind of get under your skin and whatnot. And
that's how
I ain't talking, you and Raynard trying to get this job done and everything, and you not talking to Raynard, not the silent treatment. You just, you ain't trying to, and you just taking him, undoing what he doing and everything, and restapling them and all this other stuff. So not saying that I did that, but I'm just saying.
I was just about to say, you sounds like you're being controlled by Raynard. Power and control. John Nash said, "I'm about to take me a ride right now." Yes.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
And Angel says, "I used to get really hot, and like my body," she says, "my body was pulsating when she's flooded." Thank you. Absolutely. And those are just simply your body signaling. Y'all, this body, this temple is intelligently designed by our creator, who is totally amazing beyond words. And so he's given us everything that we need in order to really live and a good life that we desire, right, to live. Right. And so that's the thing, is recognizing, like, what is in my power? What is it that I can do with the help of, of course, Ruach HaKodesh, or the Holy Spirit, right? And so if we want to even look at that, those are certain things. And I mentioned prayer before. So these are things that we have to put in place to keep us from going there. Right. And many times, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, literally when we were first married, I went through the stage of being told, because I was very opinionated. Can y'all imagine?
You was?
And very, growing up in the church, it was looked at like, you're supposed to be, just sweet and, don't say much or what have you. And don't, but I just would kind of say, how I felt, and well, not whatever. I always had, a level of tact and even wisdom, even as a young woman, if I, might say. But it was just where it wasn't what most would look at, like, oh, you'll get the truth from me. And so for me, what I, recognized was that these were things that was not talked about a lot, was how do we deal with one another? How do we, are we able to handle certain situations that are literally like problematic to us? And how do we self-care? And I think what most comments are on tonight are ways that we found to care for ourselves. And so for me, even when I looked at that, I looked at it, and I had to learn early on in our marriage that there was that part of me where I went through, where I had to learn and train myself to not just say anything, right? To not be, to use another destructive behavior, which are your words, right? Because we can be very destructive with our words. Ooh. Right?
Sarcasm.
And, yes, sarcasm. And
we'll get to it.
Yeah, all those different things that we have power with our words, because words already have power, right? But I had to recognize that. And so for me, I didn't call it shutting down. I didn't even call it stonewalling. I was being taught by the Holy Spirit, or the Ruach HaKodesh. I was being taught how to maintain and to manage my emotions in a mature way.
manner.
Yeah. And so those are certain things as well that when we look deeper, everything that we face is always teaching us something about ourselves
Right.
first.
One of the things I call it. Well, I get into those another time as far as having an anchor. Because
Yeah.
Kate Spirit mentioned that they listen to TBN in the morning, or Joel Osteen, or Victoria Osteen, affirmations, and Christian rap or whatnot. And that reminds me of something that I learned how to do that in a tough time, in a situation. I needed something that is an anchor. It's kind of like David did in the scriptures, how David, he would address the issue and what he felt like, but he would come back, and his testimony, or what he would testify, would be who his Elohim was to him, and what his Elohim could do for him.
Yes.
And there are certain things, there are certain songs. I've always said that, one of the things that we've seen in the church is a higher rate of divorce in the church than those outside who are unchurched and whatnot.
That, yeah.
And a lot of it because we didn't have any anchor music. We didn't have any repair music. If you don't know what repair music is, repair music would be Luther Vandross.
Okay. So love songs, so to speak.
Yeah. We didn't have a love song. I'm not talking about drop it like it's high, drop it like it's that's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about pure D love music.
I like what you did that. What was that? Don't. What was that?
That was at Luther. Don't make me act like I can sing, because I act like I can sing. Right? Don't try me.
He got a nice little voice.
You had folks like even BB Winans, song that's been ringing in my heart today. I was just singing it earlier. Oh, now I can't even think of it.
It's one of my favorites too.
I realized the other day.
Yeah.
That I'm still in love with you. Yes.
Yeah.
So you have some of those things.
Yeah.
Again, I like to call them anchors. What are your anchors so that you can come out of this stonewalling situation?
Yeah.
It's not for you to stay in the stonewall. So how do you cope with the stonewalling? Realize it's happening. One, address the fact that it's self-think. Consider why you're feeling that way, and see how you articulated that to your partner or to the person that you're dealing with. Right. Whoever you're dealing with, your boss, your Raynard.
Raynard is in this too, in the equation.
Raynard is in the equation.
Okay.
Or that missionary.
If anybody on here is named Raynard, please, this is not.
I don't think we got any Raynards.
We never know. We never know. Raynard might get this later. Yeah. But yes.
So, but anyway, y'all, great bill. So listen, we have anything in the chat? No, we're good in the chat. And so listen, so we're gonna close out, man. Give y'all the rest of y'all's evening. Yes. Just want to remind you, plug into ericandlane.com. We got some events that are coming up that we're scheduling, some intensives.
Yes.
We have some other major things that's coming up. And give us some feedback too on what you think about the sweet tea situation. Where we're dealing with some of the things, because we get people that engage us about the current events. I really don't follow celebrities much or whatever, but they do make for a lot of interesting conversation, right. And an opportunity to it's not just about expanding the audience, but also to influence people that you wouldn't regularly see, or they regularly wouldn't consume your content.
Yeah.
Right. So just being smart about how to, also address, because again, our deal is about developing a positive relationship culture in our community.
Absolutely. And I think we have to always keep our ear, to hear, different things that's going on with our neighbors, with
Yes.
our friends, with our family members that, you know, because these are things that, as Eric, what I was saying, I love it. Our driveways are connected, right?
Yes.
There's nowhere that somebody's dealing with something in one part of the country and it will never ever, end up reaching another household. It's always that we are connected. When you see something happening, many times we're dealing with stuff and we see happening in society because it's something that we've all seen. And then it goes again and we teach that and we begin to exemplify that in our relationships and then so on and so forth. So the cycle continues. This is the thing, is that we're in this world, but we're not of this world.
Hands down.
Right. And that's what we know that the scripture teaches us. So we have, the we have the influence. How about that?
For instance, and two is what's interesting is that the negative things, and I'm not mad at the people that's doing the negative stuff, that's getting the thing. I'm mad at the people who won't say something. Let me sit up a little bit because
okay,
look,
all right.
I just had this Russell Wilson thing. When somebody came at a brother who was doing, what a man should be doing. Right, and developing a family how they should be developing. And folks want to talk about the money. If he didn't have that kind of money, he wouldn't have been this and that, this, so and so. But beyond that, just anything that comes against healthy relationship in our culture, it's an affront on all of us.
Absolutely.
And what we've got to understand is there's a great dilution that's happening right now. The Economist magazine said that people that look like you will not have a median income in 30 years.
No, that's too close.
Now I got to sound the alarm, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We got to sound the alarm. I'm just saying, if we want to be represented on the planet, do we deserve as a people to be on the planet?
And if you are not called to say something, can you pray? So we need everybody.
Or support somebody who is.
Support those who are, right? Because listen, we all are here on assignment and we got to get in tune with understanding what our assignment is.
Hands down.
And be actually diligent in that thing. So if you see some things, you're like, well, I don't deal with that, or I don't, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But pray. Be one who's able to pray for those. And again, we have all of this because even if we're not able to feel like we're not having to deal with it, but our children are.
Yeah, your children.
Our grandchildren are.
Yeah. It's going to be an impact. I mean, right now, I was on a call about diversity today, and it was interesting. It was very interesting. And what you have to understand, diversity is not dilution. Diversity means that the people maintain who they are.
Yes.
And you deal with that, not conform to a particular,
okay.
That's right, conform to a particular norm that's not those people. Yeah. Okay. And that's a whole nother lie. But I'm serious. Yeah. If you are a man that believe in being a family member, go and do that and relate. I am Russell Wilson, and state your familiar situation. You are a father, you are this, and you believe in healthy relationship. Yeah. Say something. Yeah. If they are able to talk about how many body counts, and especially if you hold that book. If you hold that book and you not saying nothing, what good is a light under a bushel?
Yeah, that's good.
You see my faith by what I do. Yeah. I'm not trying to raise no offering, y'all, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We that's it. Stay plugged in, you guys.
Yes.
Let us know. Give us the feedback on whether you like the sweet tea situation where we deal with different issues. Also, in the comments, put down any questions that you may have regarding relationships or some different topics that you'd like to see us address and deal with. I know it's a lot out there. It's way a lot. But I'm not trying to just do just do this just for the sake of. We want to hit the bullseye, right?
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
all right.
So we appreciate y'all for your support. Thank you. Tony says, love the sweet tea.
Yes, yes, yes. Go
Thank
to
you,
the
Olivia.
we
Hallelujah.
got
Yes.
Tony. We got some videos on there that's called the Sweet Tea series. It's matter of fact, I can show you better. I can tell you.
Mr. Frederick is in the building. Mighty
Yeah,
man.
what's up, Rodney?
He said diversity doesn't make us the board. Okay. Did I read that right? You gotta
Oh,
expound on that,
talk to me about it.
Rodney. Doesn't make us the board. Y'all know Rodney is coming. He comes and he brings it a different dynamic uh, with him and Mr. Nash. So we love it. But yeah, expound a little bit on that for us, Rodney, if you don't mind, mighty man. So you're pulling up
Yes.
the video. Okay. But we are, of course, always appreciative to have our family in the room. And our family is everybody that takes out the time to tune in and support, even with your jumping in and making sure that we are of course being able to be heard and share this information shared. Okay, Ronnie says Star Trek. Okay. Okay, we thought you was going deep, Ronnie. We thought, I mean, that's deep, but I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So I was just trying to show. I wanted to show um, the Sweet Tea. We dealt with dealt with the Will Smith situation, and then we dealt with the um, situation with um, 50-50,
Yeah.
talking about what Steve Harvey was saying, things were 50-50.
Right.
And keeping count is one of the defense, the destructive behaviors. We should have put that in there as well. But as you can see,
yeah, it's several destructive behaviors,
yes,
and the thing is we're dealing with current events. So anything that someone kind of sends us a message or DM us on, hey, this is happening. Have y'all seen this? And it's always regarding relationships. So that's a perspective that we're going to look at when we're dealing with these life issues, because so many of us we know how it is. I grew up in church, y'all, and I know there's a level of where everything is is church, 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 but there was a lot of life that was still happening to those that were part of the church, and it wasn't being addressed, it wasn't being dealt with. And so that's what we're obligated to do, is to bring attention to some of these matters, that they're practical. And there's different practical things that we're dealing with, and they're practical answers.
hands
So
down.
bottom line, that's what we're all about.
Yep. So, all right, y'all, stay tuned. There's some things, and we hope to shed a lot of light um, on the civil war that's going on with our community. Black men divesting from black women. Um, you don't see that in any other culture. Black men divesting from black women, and we have to ask ourselves what is really going on.
Because there is a deeper issue.
Yes. All right.
And we will
All right.
bring attention to it.
Hands
All right.
down.
Peace
And
and
multiply
multiply blessings,
blessings.
everybody. Y'all have a good
Y'all
night.
have a good night.